who are you? Like, what do you do?
Mimi utibu wanyama hapa.
It's one thing to play Patrick Ochieng from Uganda. It's another thing to play Said from Tanzania. It's another thing to become the first Kenyan to qualify for PDC.
The feeling is different. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. Something that you cannot comprehend during that moment. You need to go and sleep and wake up and say, am the PDC of Africa? No, wait. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hello and welcome to yet another edition where we go out of the studio, out on the road. This time we are out in Kafati town. It's in Kandara sub-county in Murang'a County now. If we make our way up Thika Road all the way to Murang'a, there's got to be a special reason. Elijah?
Absolutely correct. I have heard of Kafati. I have passed Kafati, but I've never thought I would come to this special town to interview someone because of him qualifying for a world championship.
And not just for World Championships, but becoming the very, very first Kenyan to qualify. David Munyua, you will make history in the month of December, first Kenyan to play at the PDC World Championships. And maybe the very first question is, and Elijah was asking us this as we were getting ready, how does David moved from Kafati to London for the World Championships?
Yeah.
How has that happened?
It's been a long journey. It's only that that's in Kenya. Whatever we do or stuff down here, nobody just know. It's been 3 years moving around the country, East Africa countries, playing just that, preparing myself to be in Elena. It's not just one day thing from Kabati to London and presenting Africa. No, we've been preparing. As you can see, we've been practicing day and night here. We've been making ourselves fit to compete like we did with South Africa guys.
You said 3 years. So is it that you started playing 3 years ago? Is it that 3 years ago is when you started this dream? Why do you say over the last 3 years?
I started playing 3 years ago. That's when I started playing. And when I realized, after throwing my first arrow, and I realized there's something in that is making me feel in sport, in a competition kind of. That's when I started practicing. I bought that. You know, that is an indoor game. You can play alone. You can put it somewhere and challenge your mind, challenge yourself, hit somewhere. If you miss, you say, let me try again. You hit it. That is the thing. You hit it again, now you get. Then I started doing it. I didn't know there is competition. It's a friend of mine called Joseph, who we pray here, commander. He told me, let's go and try a tournament. My first tournament was in Empuru Nyenjes, a place called The Place. That's where I just found people play that, and I was like, there's competition of that here. There's competition of that goes on. Then I just joined. I started going to tournaments every weekend. It's been a long journey. It's not just that it's a day that just came and I'm PDC World Champion. Yeah.
3 years ago, where were you, and what was the score when you threw your first net?
Obviously, I didn't know what even the score it is. I just threw and asked my friend, what is that? Now, what score did I score? I didn't know. I drew, drawing was the first thing. The point that I intended to throw, I missed the first time, but I intended to try and find out how can I hit that place. And then all of a sudden, there's a sport that goes on called that. That's how I joined that.
PDC World Championships. For you to qualify, you had to play in the African qualifiers. Tell us a bit about it. How did it feel for you to beat the South African and for them to say yes? Mr. Munyua, you're on your way to London.
Last year, we got a privilege to host PDC Africa qualifiers. That is where we knew this sport is a big stuff. So when they came and we were beaten at the final, now we started competing differently. The game, in terms of the game, the performance just went high. Kenya's data now got serious business. We had chance to have other branches coming in, creating good players, competing in higher level. Now that is when we started focusing on PDC Africa qualifying. So when it was brought this year, actually South Africa were obviously prepared. They knew they would pick it. They knew in Kenya we've not got that experience or exposure to beat them. But in our mind, we've not been preparing it. So when it was a session of game where you start from round 21, 28, 64. So you go eliminating. So all of a sudden I was in final. All of a sudden I'm facing Kayasi. So it was crazy. I was like, nah, this guy has been in PDC. Now, let me assume it's now. Do or die. I have to do this stuff. So the tension, the pressure, everybody is like, umebeba nchi, hii ni Africa nzima. And I was like, hey, come on, let's find out now. So the game started. And my first game was too heavy to play. I would not even feel the nerves. I would not even feel my hands. But all of a sudden, I realized what he's doing. I've been doing this stuff. I can do it. So I'm like, let's go. So the game was 5 to 8. That is best of 15. The first game he picked the first game. Actually, he started with the highest marks. 180. I was like, oh, come on. So the first game he took it. Then it was my turn. I took the second one. He took the third one. I took the fourth one. I took the fifth one. So I was ahead of 2 games. I was 5 or 3. So he now started coming back. We went to 7-5. You win the other one, we went to 7-6. No, we only needed one. This is where now the tension now begin to everyone. But he knows he's good, and now he has a challenge. And me, I know he's good, and now I have to do this stuff. So that is now, actually, he misses a very important chance to equalize. Now that one that would create pressure on me. Now when he misses, now I took it out and I was like, boom. We can do this.
Yeah. I love the way he's casually just saying, boom, we move from one to the next.
Yeah.
But in that particular moment, there's a lot that is going through your mind.
Yeah, sure.
You had not been in that particular environment, in that pressure moment. What were you telling yourself?
Well, I think we have always had continental tours. Continental tours are games that compete within certain region of Africa. Now we have Northern region. We compete Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. I think it's after a quarter of a year. We have such tournament. So there's this guy from Uganda called Patrick Ocheng. He has been beating us thoroughly. So there was a game that happened in September before we had PDC. So we went with him at quarter final. And that challenged me a lot because the pressure was too big for me because that was my first time. The Kenyans, debtors from Kenya are pressuring me, you must beat this guy. This guy has been tough to us. So now I learned to compose myself that whatever is expected of you is not much. Do your stuff. So at least I have that. I knew that this is the best thing is to win the game. I was prepared for it. I had that good exposure before. So that was not even my first time to play in such kind of pressure.
But what's the feeling? Because it's one thing to play Patrick Ocheng from Uganda. It's another thing to play Said from Tanzania. It's another thing to become the first Kenyan to qualify for PDC.
No,
so that feeling must be different. I know you are saying I have had pressure, but that feeling cannot be the same.
Yeah, it is.
So what's the feeling like?
I think I'm saying it was not the first thing, to play in such org. But the feeling is different. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. Something that you cannot comprehend during that moment. You need to go and sleep and wake up and say, am the PDC of Africa? No, wait. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
You like for it to settle in, for you to actually say yes.
I think you cannot combine in your mind the both. Praying to win and being the first Kenyan, being in PDC, being in Ali Pali. If you compete for that, I swear it's too much to handle. So when I win now I'm getting like you'll be in Ali Pali. Yeah. Ali Pali that I watch, Ali Pali that I wish I would ever be in that. Not even to play, to attend, just to be, you understand? Now, that is now you start getting it. And now you need now to do whatever it takes to fit as a player, to fit as Africa representative, to perform, to do practice, everything. No, this is where we are right now. Yeah.
From what I'm getting from you is that I'm getting a champion's mentality. You're a winner. You like to win and you like to compete. When did you first discover that, hey, there's something here in that and I can push and push and push and let's see where it will take us?
The time that I started playing that, we didn't know about PDC. There was no that stuff in our country. It was after COVID. Everything was upside down. Work, family, and everything was hitting different. But when I started playing that and I got to that arena, I got kind of sportsmanship that I loved. So every weekend I would love to meet this gentleman, we compete. There's something in that. Every time you are there, you even forgot the problem you got during college. These young guys are going through a lot. But when you get to that, a little bit that weekend you forget. Now you hit your journey again on Monday.
Away from that, who are you? Like, what do you do? What's your Monday to Friday? Like you said, you're just getting through to Friday. What are you doing between Monday and Friday?
I am a veterinarian, private practitioner. Now here, this is what I do. Mimi hutibu wanyama hapa. So mimi niko na nguruwe hapa, ng'ombe huku, kuku, nini. This is my daily life. Yeah. So, and this is my area. I really want to appreciate my clients at Kabati, Keno, Sabasaba. Those where I'm located. And they've been very supportive. Nikiwaambia, hey, weekend si uko tupatana Monday. They're like, daktari, sawa, tupatana Monday. Because it's also very challenging to be a good player and also be good in other stuff. So I try to balance weekday, niko kazi, weekend, niko kwa dat. This is how it should be.
So how often do you practice? I want to get to the point of, do you practice 2 hours every day, 3 hours every day? Do you practice on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Like, how much work do you put in? Because like Elijah is saying, it's very unique for you to be at a world level after only 3 years.
For the whole of this year, I have my dartboard in my house. So before I do anything else, I do that. So I practice about 1 hour. I do good throwing, trying to do the best I can. I just prepare my mind. It was this chance I'm given, what would I do? Then in the evening, after work, after just put down whatever I have, the next thing I do is pick my darts. Even if it will be at 2, doesn't matter what time I come. I cannot go to bed if I will not throw my darts. Well, so that's how I've been. So I've been preparing myself. But in every weekend, whenever there is tournament, I usually go. That's where I go and see. This is where I'm not good at. This is where I need to focus on. So after even practicing, you need to go and face these good people, these good players. Then that's when you know, oh, they are doing this different from me. So this is what I need to focus on. Yeah.
So when you told your father you're going to the UK, you have qualified. What was his reaction?
Actually, my father was told, "I'm seeing your guy on TV. Is it him? This is Munyua. Is that your son?" So then I called him and he told me, oh, he was in a chama, yeah? It was quite majichini. And he was to, hey, your son is in PDC. Oh, even these people don't know there's that's going on. But he knew I prayed us and he knew he would do nothing to change that thing about that prayer. Because he knows there's a lot of mess I've done, tried to chase that. And also, obviously, as a parent, you cannot be in good time, but lazima awezi tupa mtoto.
So now that you're going to London,
Yeah.
what's your goal? What's your aim? I saw somewhere that you're already dreaming of the figures on offer, the prize money. You're thinking of what you could do with it if you got a bit of it. So what's your goal going into London?
This is what I'm doing to prepare myself to display the best that I can. To display a sport that the whole world can say, Kenya is talented. Let us give Africa other slots. Even if we get 2 or 3 that comes out of my game, I'll be very happy. Okay, we have money and whatever and stuff, but that one I might not focus on that. But that one will come later if I be in a position where I can pray the best that I can. Yeah.
In your minds, in your own opinion, how do you think Kenya can grow the game of darts? How can we improve and make it well known and of course just diversify it? Because it seems like that players and the dart fraternity, you have plenty of tournaments. Last weekend you were telling me you were in Nakuru.
Yeah, sure.
And of course you're planning to go for other tournaments just within. So how exactly can we make it bigger, better, and expand it to make it well known?
I think social media platform must chip in this sport. That is the first thing. We need to create awareness that that's not still a pub game. It is a sport where we can have earning, we can have living out of it. Our people, apart from even earning, it can be used as a sport where we join our people together. Because sport is one thing where people, when we come together as a sport, we forget the other stuff. We make our country a good place. And that is one thing. That is one thing where, when I got to Kisumu, I even forget I come from Mount Kenya. I enjoy, like, if this sport is being so nice and we given chance to have federation, where right now we are having KDA. KDA is an organization. So it has limitations. In KDA, we don't have professional level. And we don't have the child, the under 18 and the 14. We don't have that one. We only have amateur. It's deal with amateur sports. We've not even accredited. We're not afraid. We've not been able to affiliate with that federation. But if you get a chance to have a federation in that, I think it will be the next biggest sport in Kenya.
So that we finish, who's your favorite darts player in the world? Who's the guy you see and you think this is a good guy I want to be like?
I think I've watched Phil Taylor.
Phil the Power Taylor.
Yeah, Phil the Power Taylor, yes. Before I even start playing, I used to watch him and he's a great guy. I know he have worked so hard to make the sport why it is right now. But I want to be like, I know he feels good. Even if he's not playing, whatever he is, he say, I need this stuff. I think that is the greatest achievement. Whatever he sees out of his effort, this is the greatest achievement. I love him. This is the only guy who inspires me.
On the board, which is your favorite, which is your go-to When you need some confidence on that board, where do you go to?
Bullseye. Aiming bullseye.
Oh, bullseye is your home.
So bullseye, before I even do so many things, I start with aiming bullseye.
So that's your favorite spot on the board?
That's my favorite.
Which is your favorite finish?
That's true.
Double 16.
Double 16.
Double 16.
Double 16 is my favorite. But now at this level, you can finish anywhere. So I would not. You might wait for me to finish at 32, and still end games without even getting to 32. So right now, you get a chance to finish at bullseye, you finish. You get a chance to finish at top. So that too is my favorite. Yes, that is what made me to be world Africa champion. But now, as much as finish is concerned and the board is concerned, it is the chance you got. It is that.
Lastly, so we have Luke, the nuke. We have Phil, the power tailor. David Munyua.
Yeah.
What's your nickname?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, that's my nickname, and it's all over the. Actually, if you don't know my nickname, you don't know me.
There's absolutely no way we would have left a Luta Villa in Kabati without playing with the champ. And of course, why not?
Why not?
Are we competing against you?
No, you're privileged to play with champ. Why not himself?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to teach you this little bit. Go and try this. We're going to show you. I'm going to show you how the first thing first is how you stand. You don't aim fast. You aim a position that you will never forget. You do it severally. You always do it or never. You can't forget that. When you have like this is my stand. But before I do anything, I have to stand like this. So that is why it begins. And then can go. Whoever is learning, let them start learning with a fourth. Fourth is making sure your hand follows your bats. No, that is the professional process. So standing first, then aiming is the second thing. Aiming bullseye. That is the floor. Sometimes I don't have to think about
He got it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes, he
So
got
that,
it.
no, he's got one bullseye. So that's
Yeah,
50,
he has a
25, and 16.
Yeah, that is the bullseye. That is where I was.
We're in the presence of greatness.
Yeah.
So so is it up to you now? Let's see whether you get your.
You lead, I follow.
No, you're the young one. You're the one who should be doing. So the first thing is where you lean like that, and then you aim, and then you said you have to have a follow through. Yes. So that's what? That's triple 15. Not bad. And that's what? That's 5. Believe it or not, Starboy, I was aiming for the bullseye. Well, I got to within a 5 centimeter radius of it.
Nice try.
I'm laughing at you and I don't know how I'm going to perform.
Let's see.
So it's a 4.
Yeah, like that?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to warm up the hand, eh? Now, watch me do. Like, why not?
Not bad.
Okay, not
13.
bad.
13, you are in love with 13. 18. So not bad. That was a lesson in just how you do your follow through, Starboy. I think you've seen. And I told you, there's something about it. Looks very easy when he's hitting bullseye after bullseye, and then you try. The dart gets a life of its own.
Hey, it was difficult. Hardest thing ever. I would prefer playing golf.
I think they are the same. I think both of them are they are a mind. It's between you and the dartboard. It's between you and the cup in golf. But yes, Mr. David, of course, he is headed to Alipali. He's headed to the PDC World Darts Championships, the first Kenyan to ever do it. And you know what? That's one of my favorite things that I watch over the holiday period. I am hoping I get to catch a glimpse of him. Just one.
At 30 years of age, what
Such a
he's
young
doing
man.
is remarkable. By the way, this weekend is going to be another tournament.
Ah.
Yeah, the David Munyua support tournament at the same place.
In
in
Kafati.
Yeah, in Kafati. So you can maybe go there, sharpen your...
We'll see. It's on my way home. We'll see. It's on my way home. But yes, we agreed we must pick up a spot each.
Yes.
So let's see what happens.
So we have two at the moment.
Yeah.
So you can go with the golf, you can go with the darts. So and have a good coach. Why not? So,
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.